First, take out the bottom of the bag, and the protruding side is facing yourself, and the needle in the middle is pressed with a mark. This is a needle, and it is also a mark button. You need to buckle these 2 marks and 3 short needles in the 2 needles on the left and right sides. For other needles, 2 short needles are hooked on each needle, so you can start the needle when inserting the needle, and start the needle from this center position and remove the mark. With the protruding surface facing, insert the needle from here and take out the thread. Usually, I take the line for it from the center, pull it out from the outside, and just hook the line. Next, little finger. I am used to holding 2 hands together like this. This thread tip makes the finger pull the thread up. Pinch the quill with both hands and place it here. Press your hand in this position, hook the needle and pull the thread, come here and lock it first. Lock the needle. The locking needle does not count the number of needles. Next, continue and insert the needle into this hole. When hooking, the needle must be inserted vertically. Go to hook this line. If you don't check it out, that's it. Put this thread on the hook needle with your thumb. Vertical. So, pull the line vertically. Short needle. After hooking the first short needle, the novice sister is behind the first needle. Remember to put a mark on this little braid. Next, continue to insert the needle vertically. Give the needle and bring the thread, pull the thread over. Pull it vertically. Hook a short needle. There are 2 short needles hooked into this hole here. Next, in the center and next to it, 3 short needles must be hooked. Next, at the position of the next needle next to it, when inserting the needle, place the small thread tip on the hook needle and press it into it. Continue to pull the line. Hook 3 short needles. The first one. The second one. The third one. After 3 short needles hook, next, the middle parts. Until this mark. The needle next to it and the positions in front are all. 2 short needles are hooked with each needle force. VU continue. The needle force next to the mark button must be in the needle. Hook 3 short needles. One. After the 3 hooks, deduct the mark. The needle force in the middle is to hook 2 short needles. The needle next to the middle is 3 short needles. The next needle is from the position of the last needle. It has 2 short needles on each needle, just do it. Continue to finish. The last stitch is left here. In the last stitch, 3 short needles are hooked. 1, Push. There are 80 needles in total when the 3 packs are hooked. You can count it, except for the middle stitch. There are 3 injections on the left and right side. 2 short needles are hooked on each other. After hooking, next, deduct the mark. Make the marking position. The first needle is the position of the 2 braid needles. Insert the needle and pull the thread over. Pull and unplug the connection. Tighten this coil. Next, set up a locking needle. The locking needle does not count the number of needles. Let's start hooking up. Pick the hand in the first needle. Choose the one you just marked. In the first needle position, insert the needle and pull the thread over. It is in the same position as the lead. Bring 2 coils. This is a short needle. The first shot. Put a mark on it. This is the first needle in every loop. Just a mark. Next, pick 2 braids on each needle. Hook a circle of short needles. Insert the needle and pull the thread over. Bring 2 coils. A short needle is hooked on each needle. There are 80 short needles in total. Here, complete this short needle by yourself. Next, hook to the last stitch. This is the bottom of the bag. The bottom of the bag is finished. Next, start from the next circle and click upwards. The position of the body. Take off the mark. Insert the needle at the position of the first needle. Pull and unplug the connection. Bring this coil tight. Next, set up a locking needle. Let's start the first round of hooking the body. The position of the first lap is to pick a single line. A single thread away from the body is hooked. Short needles within 1 circle. After hooking, buckle the number of buckles on the first needle. In the next round, the number of buckles in the first pin is buckled. Next, continue to pick the inner half needle. Short needle. This is the first round of the body. All are half pinning needles. Take short needles or hook a circle of short needles. There are 80 short needles in total. Complete this circle by yourself. After the first short needle hook, organize it this way. This is the first round of the body. Next, deduct the mark. Pull and unplug the connection. Tighten the coil. Come to hook the second circle of the body. First, stand up 3 braided needles. On the third braid pin, deduct a mark. In this location. Next, set up another locking needle. This is the first needle. Here is a hook needle and a thread winding. The needle does not hook. This is the first needle. The needle will not be hooked. Insert the needle at the next needle position. Next, adjust the needle. Come and hook a long needle. The first locking needle. Continue to hook the needle and wind the thread. The needle does not hook. The next needle is hooked and a long needle is hooked. Stand a lock needle. Continue to hook the needle and wind the thread. No ticking is allowed. The next needle is inserted. Pull the line over. Hook a long needle. Stand a lock needle. Continue to hook the needle and wind the thread. The hooking method of long needles. Give the needle a hook and wind the thread into the needle. A shot here. The next needle is inserted. Pull the line over. There are 3 coils on the hook needle. Take the first 2 first. Take the last 2. Stand a lock needle. The next step is to repeat this rule. Give the needle and wind the thread. No ticking is allowed. The next needle is inserted. Hook a long needle. Stand a lock needle. Keep repeating this rule. Hook to the end. The rest. Complete it yourself. Here you go to the last position. Empty slap next. Hook a long needle. Stand a lock needle. The last position is just a blank needle. Don't check it. Next, the position of the mark is locked. That is the location of the 3rd braid needle. Take off this mark by inserting the needle. Pull and unplug the connection here. Tighten the coil. Stand up 3 braided needles. These 3 braided needles serve as a long needle. Here is on the 3rd needle. Deduct a mark. Next, hook the needle and wind the thread. Inside this big hole, there is a long needle hooked into the big hole here. Next, a long needle is hooked on top of the long needle. Hook a long needle in the big hole. Hook a long needle above the long needle. Repeat this rule. There is a long needle inside the big hole. A long needle is on top of the long needle. There are 80 long needles in total. The rest. Complete it yourself. The position away from the 3rd circle of the wrap. Also checked. After checking, detach the mark. Make a mark and detonate again. This location. Insert the needle and pull the thread over. Pull and unplug the connection. Next, we will hook the 4th circle. The position of the 4th circle of the body. Lift up 3 braids. Put a mark button on the 3rd pin. Next, set up another locking needle. Give the needle and wind the thread. Here is the 1st needle. The 1st needle is already considered in this position. Next, hook the needle and wind the thread. The 2nd needle is in this position. No ticking is allowed. The position of the next needle. Hook another long needle. Next, set up a locking needle. Give the needle and wind the thread. No ticking is allowed. Next stitch hook. A long needle. And here in this circle. The first lap here. The second loop is the same as the second loop hook method. A long needle. The first locking needle. Keep it with an empty needle. Next, complete this lap by yourself. Haha. After the last set of hooks. Next is the first needle position. Pull and unplug the connection. Take off the mark. Insert the needle and pull the thread over. Tighten the coil. Next, set up a locking needle. In this hole, hook a short needle. This is the first needle. Hook a short needle. Closing with marks. Next, stand up 5 braid needles. 12,345. 1 long empty. Empty this hole. 1 needle and 1 hole. Insert the needle here at this location. A short needle higher. Form such a circle like this. Next, continue to stand up 5 braid needles. There is a long needle pillar in the middle. Here. A needle is empty in the middle. Here. It's equivalent to 123 needles empty here. Next needle is hooked at this position. Next continue 123. 45. There is a hole in the middle. A long needle. A hole. The next needle is hooked and a short needle. All are like this. This circle. Next, repeat the hookup. Just hook it to the end. Here we hook to the last group. 5 braids. After hooking, there is a long needle here. In the position of the first needle. Take off the mark. Pull and unplug the connection. Tighten the coil. Next, set up a locking needle. Next, we start to weave the flower shapes. Grow a needle in this big hole. Wire into the needle. Pull the line over. Hook the needle. This is the first needle. Here is a mark. Next, hook 2 long needles. Three long needles. A braid needle. Continue. I also hooked 3 more long needles in this hole. Three long needles. A braid. 3 long needles. Next, a short needle is hooked into the next big hole. This is a set of flower shapes. Repeat next. In the next needle, hook 3 long needles. A braid needle. Child. It's better to hook 3 long needles here. After hooking, a short needle is hooked into the next hole. This is the second group. Next, repeat this rule. Three long needles. A braid. Continue to hook 3 more long needles. A short needle is hooked into the next big hole. Repeat it according to this rule. Finish it yourself at the end. The last set of flower shapes here. After hooking, finally, it ends with a short needle in the position of the first needle. Insert needle. Pull and connect. Tighten the coil. Here. Take the needle off. On the position of the last short needle, insert the needle and put the thread tip. Put it on top of the hook needle. Pull the line over. Next time you get the needle, I have to pour a needle back. It's equivalent to being on the last stitch. Start to hook it. Here we first hook 3 braid needles. 123 on top of the third braid needle. Put a mark on it. Next, Finalizing's braid needle. In the middle of the flower shape, the position of this braid pin. Insert the needle here. Hook a short needle. Next, Finalizing's braid needle. 123 on this lap. This position of the short needle. Hook a long needle. Give the needle a hook and wind the thread into the needle. Come and hook a long needle. Next, Finalizing's braid needle. In the middle of the fan-shaped flower. Inside the hole in the middle, a short needle is hooked into the small hole. Lock needle Finalizing. Next, in the short needle position, hook a long needle. Continue on Finalizing's braids. Inside the small hole, here is a short needle. Continue with mulberry braid needle. The position of the short needle is above. Here is a long needle. Next, just repeat this hooking method. Keep hooking until the end. Put the rest of this circle. Complete it yourself. This circle is hooked to the end. It ends with a braid needle of mulberry. Next, take off the mark. Continue to the end of the braid pin of mulberry. Insert the needle into this big hole, pull it out, Insert the needle on this long needle, pull out the coil, which is equivalent to inserting the needle in the first needle position. After one short needle is raised, press the marking buckle, and raise 5 braided needles. $12,345. It is the same as this circle, 5 braids, 1 long needle is hooked, the next one is hooked, 1 short needle is hooked, and the 5 braids are hung up, and the position of this long needle is empty. Hook a short needle on the next long needle and continue to re-engage. 5 braids, 1 short needle, 1 empty needle, and 1 short needle here. According to this rule, repeat this circle of re-engagement is completed. Hook to the last group here and remove the mark. Here, the first needle is located, pulling and connecting, and the other needle is locked, and the flower shape begins. In this big hole, 3 long needles are first hooked. After the first long needle hook, I still put a mark button on the first long needle, 3 long needles, and 1 braid, and continue to be in this big hole. Hook 3 long needles, and in the next big hole, hook a short needle, which is the same as the hooking method in this circle. Continue to the next big hole. First hook 3 long needles, then 1 braid needle, then 3 long needles in the big hole, and the next big hole, a short needle. Just repeat this hooking rule and complete this circle. This circle is hooked to the end and there is a short needle. To finish the braid needle, remove this mark, pull the connection, tighten the coil, drag the coil out here. Insert the needle from the back and bring the coil over. When hooking, the method suitable for this circle is the same. First, stand up 3 braided needles and buckle the 3rd needle with a marking button. In the middle of the flower shape, here is a short needle. In the braid of lisan, in the position of the short needle, hook a long needle here. In the middle of the 3 braided needles, a short needle is hooked here. In the braid of lisan, in this position of the short needle, hook a long needle. Keep repeating, complete this circle by yourself. After the last time, take it off at the position of this mark. Insert the needle and pull the wire to pull up the wire, stand up the 3 braided needles. At the position of the 3rd braid pin, put the mark button on it. Stand a braid needle, hook the needle and wrap the thread. In this big hole, hook a long needle. Another lock needle continues, the next short needle. A long needle is hooked at this position. Another lock needle, hook a long needle in the big hole. Another lock needle, this position of the long needle. Hook another long needle and the other lock the needle to continue. Repeat this hooking method. It is hooked out in this circle. Repeat this rule to the end. The last stitch is hooked here. Take off the mark. Pull out connection, here. Inside this hole. Just bleed it out. In this long needle position, pull it out again. Put the thread at the position of the needle. Pull it onto this long needle. A lock needle. Hook a short needle in this needle. This is the position of the first needle. Buttoned with marks. Keep standing up the 5 braid needles. A long needle is empty. The next long needle is hooked here. A long needle is empty. Hook a short needle on the next long needle. The hooking method in this circle is the same. According to this rule, this circle hooks to the last 5 braid needles. Take off the mark. In the position of the first needle, pull and pull a lock pin. Inside this big hole, first, hook 3 long needles. On top of the first long needle, continue to mark it. 2 more needles. After hooking a lock needle, 3 long needles are hooked in the same hole. A short needle is hooked into the next hole. This is the first set of repetitions. Complete this circle by yourself. I'm hooking up here. This thread is gone. Everyone has different tightness in their hands. The position you hooked may be different. The wiring methods are similar. You can tie a knot for it. It's okay to tie a knot. Methods like mine are okay. What needle should be hooked? Insert the needle and pull the thread over. This coil is changed. Tick wherever you should. Pinch this coil. Put it in this position. Holding this position with your hands. Pull the string over. How to check. Just repeat the checks as you want. When checking, put these 2 thread tips on the hook needle. Press in. Keep pressing a few needles. Pull it gently. This location. If you want to press the line, you can't press the thread with this long needle. Follow the other needles. Pull it back and forth. Hide a few more needles. Pull the string over. Another one also pulls the string. Hide it. Hide a few more needles. Leave this thread a little bit. Shear. If you prevent threading, use a lighter to burn it like this. Click. This will not be easy to get out of line. This is the way to connect. Continue. After the crochet is completed, deduct the machine number. Pull and pull the connection at the first pin. Tighten the coil. Another lock needle. Take the last circle. Just hook a short needle. The position of the first needle. First, hook a short needle. Continue to buckle the machine number. Next shot. Another short needle. Another short needle. Go to the location of this hole. It's also a short needle. One targeted. One stitch, short needle. The position behind is one needle. A stitch is hooked in the middle of this flower-shaped hole. Just repeat the engagement. Entanglement to the end. Just hook the short needle. After the short needle is hooked, insert the needle at the first needle. Pull out connection. Tighten the coil. Another lock needle breaks the thread. Cut the thread end. Pull out the wire. You can use a hook needle here. You can also use suture needles. Put on a suture needle. Pick the line at the back. Pay attention when picking lines here. A whole line. Pull it a little. You cannot enter the needle from the middle of this thread. Pick the needle of its entire braid. This way, it is easier to pull the string over. Hide a few more needles. This is when you pick the threads. Pick it up. Make sure you are wearing a whole braid. After hiding a few needles, cut the thread end. Use a lighter to burn it. Press it. This bag bottom. At the beginning, just handle this thread. This way the wrapping body is done. Organize your bag. Let's hook the handle part. The wrapper part. Take out the wire part of the wrap. Pull out the wire. Leave a little longer thread for sewing. Give it a blind braid. Here you will first turn a needle. Holding this position with your hands, pulling the wire over. Don't tighten here. Stand another braid needle. Go back to this needle. Insert needle from here. Hook a short needle. Tighten the coil. In this position, there is a horizontal line under the short needle. Choose this horizontal thread into the needle here. Pull the string over. Short needle. Choose this horizontal line again. I'll pick two here in the future. Pick this one and the one below. Pick these two wires. Pull the string over. Short needle. Continue to pick the 2 lines on the side. Insert needle. Pull the thread over and hook the needle. Continue to pick 2 lines on the side. Insert the needle and pull the thread to hook the short needle. Repeat this method of hooking. Continue. Side picking needle. Pick 2 threads to hook the needles. Repeat the length according to this method. Tick to the length you need. Tie it on it yourself. The length below this. I hooked to about 32 cm. The last stitch is hooked here. Insert the needle and pull the thread over. Bring this coil directly. You can cut the thread end. Leave it a little longer for sewing. Follow the same method. Tick out 2 identical lengths. After hooking, stitching. Put on a suture needle. Take out this bag. From the 2 sides. The location of the center. Fold it in half this way. The stitching is here. Probably this. Here and here are the locations to stitch. Stand down 1 square. Just stand in the position of this row of short needles. Come through here. The location above. When sewing, pick the side next to it. This position on the side. Just sew it down. Tighten the other side of the seam. There are no tricks for stitching. Just sew it firmly. Stitch a few more times. When stitching, be careful not to pick the middle position. To pick a whole braid, on the back, come and hide the thread. Hidden method. As with the methods I taught you before, the bag is checked.